Hello everybody, welcome back to the concept building classes. Our today's topic of discussion is mixtures and allegations. We are going to discuss this topic with the help of few examples. We will learn how to apply the concept of allegations in these questions. So let's start with the first question. So our first question is sugar priced at rupees 9 per kg is mixed with sugar priced at 16 rupees per kg to obtain a mixture priced at 13 rupees 75 paisa per kg. Find the ratio in which the cheaper and the dearer varieties of sugar are mixed. So one way to solve this problem is to directly use the formula and calculate the value, calculate the ratio. So the formula is the quantity of cheaper variety divided by quantity of dearer variety is equal to cost of dearer variety minus cost of the mixture divided by cost of the mixture minus cost of the cheaper variety. So this is one way to solve this problem. If you can remember this formula, great. You can use this formula and find the answer. Otherwise, there is a simpler way to solve this problem, which is called the concept of allegation. This is what we will try and learn today. So how do you use the concept of allegation? That you first draw these four arrows and then we will write the values of the sugar of different price sugars. So here, so for example, one variety of sugar is at 9 rupees per kg. So we will write 9 here. Another variety is of 16 rupees per kg. So we will write 16 here. So one variety is 9 rupees per kg, another variety is 16 rupees per kg. And if we mix these two varieties of sugar, then what is the cost of the resultant mixture? That will come here. So the cost of the resultant mixture is 13.75. So 9 rupees per kg sugar is mixed with 16 rupees per kg sugar, which results into a mixture which is priced at 13.75 rupees per kg. Now, I want to know what should be the ratio of these two sugars, what should be the ratio of the quantity of these two sugars so that the resultant mixture is priced at this. So we have to determine the ratio. Now let's see how to solve this from here. So what we have to do now is to calculate the difference between this number and this number and write it here. So the difference between these two numbers is 2.25. So we write it here. Similarly, we calculate the difference between 9 and 13.75. So between this number and write it here. So here the difference is 4.75. Now please note that one number is positive. This number is positive while the difference of these two would be negative. 9 minus 13.75 would be negative. But here also we will write plus sign, right? So both the numbers would be positive. So we will have to write the absolute differences between these two numbers and these two numbers here. So these are the absolute differences irrespective of their signs. But one number is definitely less. So this number would be definitely less than one number and this number would be definitely bigger than the other number. But the difference here we are writing both are positive numbers. Now we have to calculate the ratio of these two numbers. So if I calculate the ratio, it is coming out to be 9:19. Now this is the ratio in which these two sugar varieties are mixed to get this mixture at this price, right? So our answer is 9:19. So the answer would be D, 9:19. So that's how the concept of allegation is used in these questions. We will try and build this concept in further more questions so that you understand it better. Now the next question is that two mixture containing syrup and water in the ratio 4:1 and 1:3 are mixed in such a ratio that the resultant mixture contains syrup and water in the ratio 3:2. Find the ratio in which the two mixtures are mixed. Now here there are two mixtures, right? In one mixture the ratio of syrup and water is different, and in another mixture the ratio of syrup and water is different, right? So these are two mixtures and we are mixing these two mixtures to make a third mixture in which the ratio is 3:2 of syrup and water. Now let's see how to solve this problem. Now in this case, what we will do, we will first calculate what is the percentage of syrup in first ratio and what is the percentage of syrup in second ratio. Or you can also calculate the percentage of water in first mixture and percentage of water in second mixture. So both ways you can solve. So let's say we are calculating what is the percentage of syrup in first mixture. So in first mixture the percentage of syrup is 80%, right? Why? Because it is 4:1 is the ratio of syrup and water. So which means 4 divided by 4 plus 1, 4 divided by 5 is the concentration of syrup in the first mixture, right? So here we will write 80%. So the concentration of syrup in first mixture is 80%. So here we are going to write the concentrations here also, and here also we will write the concentration. And if we are writing the concentration of syrup here in first mixture, then for second mixture also we have to write the concentration of syrup only. So in second mixture, what is the concentration of syrup? It is 1 divided by 1 plus 3, which is 1 by 4 or 25%. So our concentration of syrup in second mixture is 25%. So 80% and 25% concentration mixtures are mixed to get a third mixture in which the concentration of syrup is how much? 3 divided by 5, which is 60%, right? So we are mixing two mixtures of 80% and 25% concentration syrup to get a third mixture, which is 60% syrup. So now the question is, how much ratio these two mixtures should be mixed so that we get this third mixture? So again, it is very simple. We have to calculate the difference of these two numbers and write it here. So it would be 35%, 60 and difference of 60 and 25. Similarly, we will calculate the difference of these two numbers and write it here. So it would be 20%. Then you calculate the ratio of 35 and 20. So the ratio of 35 and 20 is 7:4, right? You can divide it by 5 and you get this ratio of 7:4. So our answer would be B, 7:4. So let's look at another question. Now, how much water should be added to a 24 liters mixture containing fruit squash and water in the ratio 3:1, such that the new ratio of fruit squash and water in the mixture is 2:3, right? So here, now there is a mixture in which squash and water is there. So the ratio of squash and water is 3:1, which means what is the percentage of squash in this mixture? The percentage of squash is 3 divided by 4, which is 75%, right? But another, it is getting mixed with pure water, right? So we are mixing it with water. In water, how much is the percentage of squash? 0, right? So it is pure water. So it is getting mixed with water. This particular mixture is getting mixed with pure water. So and in water there is no squash, so 0% squash. So let's solve this problem. So first, here we are writing that pure water, which is 0% squash, is getting mixed with 75% squash mixture. So this squash mixture, squash and water is 3:1, which means 75% squash mixture is 3 divided by 4. So 75% squash mixture is getting mixed with another mixture or pure water. Pure water means 0% squash, and it is resulting into a mixture in which squash is 2:3, which means 2 divided by 5 or 40%. So the resultant mixture of these two is third mixture, which is 40% squash, right? So 2:3 is 40% squash. Now we have to calculate in what ratio water and this mixture have to be mixed so that we get this third mixture. So let's again calculate the difference of these two. 75 and 40 is 35%, and the difference of these two, 0 and 40, is 40%. So now let's calculate the ratio of 35 and 40, which is 7:8. Now if we mix water, pure water, this is pure water, and this mixture, squash and water 3:1 mixture. If we mix these two in the ratio of 7:8, then we get this solution in which squash is 40% or 2:3 ratio, right? Now the question is that 24 liters of mixture is there, right? So initially this mixture is 24 liters. Then how much water we have to add? Now we have already determined that ratio in which water and mixture must be mixed is 7:8. And if initial mixture was 24 liters, if this mixture was 24 liters, then this water has to be in the ratio, same ratio, 7:8. So this water quantity should be 21 liters, right? So if this is 24, so this is 24. So this also gets multiplied by 3 because 8 3 are 24. So 7 3 are 21. So water quantity would be 21 liters. So our answer would be C, 21 liters. Right? Hope the concept of alligation is getting clearer here. So if you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment section. And let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, if 12 kg of barley which costs 24 rupees per kg is mixed with 6 kg of barley which costs 27 rupees per kg, then what is the cost of the resulting mixture? Now here we have been given what is the ratio in which two varieties of barley are getting mixed, but what is to be calculated, what is the cost of resulting mixture? So let's apply the concept of alligation. We can use weighted average method also, but let's, since we are learning concept of alligation and it is very easy to apply, so let's try and solve this question with the help of alligation only. So here there are two varieties of barley. One is 24 rupees per kg and another is 27 rupees per kg. 24 rupees per kg and 27 rupees per kg. And when you mix these two in a certain ratio in 12:6, you get third mixture, which is in third mixture, let us say the cost of that mixture is x rupees per kg, because this is what we have to calculate. Let's say this is x. Now if you apply the concept of alligation, and then you have to write here the difference between these two. So here the difference would be 27 minus x. Similarly here you have to write the difference between these two. So the difference here would be x minus 24. Now this is the ratio 27 minus x divided by x minus 24. This is the ratio in which these two barleys have been mixed to get this mixture of barley, right? So what is the ratio which has been given? So 12 kg of this barley and 6 kg of this barley variety, these are getting mixed. So the ratio would be 12:6 or 2:1. Now this ratio 27 minus x divided by x minus 24 would be equal to 12/6. So we just equate these two ratios. 27 minus x divided by x minus 24 is equal to 12/6. And you just calculate the value of x, and the value of x is 25 rupees per kg, which is A. So the answer is A, 25 rupees per kg. Now next move on to the next question. So the next question is, a container contains 10 liters of pure orange juice. A person takes out 1 liter of orange juice from the container and replaces it with 1 liter of water. Then again 1 liter mixture is taken out and replaced with 1 liter of pure water. This process is repeated overall 3 times. After these 3 operations, what is the quantity of orange juice left in the mixture? Right? Now you can attempt this question in traditional manner, or you can use a simple formula which I am going to discuss now. You just apply a simple formula and solve this question in say 30 to 40 seconds. So the formula says that if there is x liters of a mixture from which y liters are replaced n number of times, and A and F are the initial and final concentration of a component, then F is equal to A into 1 minus y by x raised to power n. So just pause this video and understand this formula once again. Just read through these lines and understand this formula. So this is the final concentration of a component is equal to initial concentration into 1 minus the amount of liquid which is getting replaced every time in every operation divided by the original amount of mixture raised to power number of times this operation was repeated, raised to power n. Right? Now if I apply this formula, let's see how to apply this formula in this question. So here final concentration of orange juice is what we have to calculate. In initial solution, initially there was pure orange juice, which means 100% orange juice, there was no water. So it was 100% orange juice. So initial concentration is 100%. The value of A is 100% into 1 minus. So every time we are replacing 1 liter of orange juice or 1 liter of the mixture from the new mixture. So it is 1, y, the value of y is 1, and value of x is 10, because this is the initial quantity of the mixture, and every time after every replacement operation the quantity remains this 10 liters only. So every time you take out 1 liter and you replace it with 1 liter of water, again you take out 1 liter of the mixture and replace it with 1 liter of water. So every time at the end of every operation the quantity remains 10 liters only. So this x is nothing but the quantity after every operation, or maybe at the start of this whole operation, the start of the whole operation the quantity was 10 liters. So this is 1 minus 1 by 10, and since this was repeated 3 times, so raised to power 3. So if you calculate this, this comes out to be 72.9%, right? So now 72.9% of 10 liters, because even after 3 operations, the quantity of the mixture remains 10 liters. So in those 10 liters, 72.9% is orange juice, which means in 10 liters, how much orange juice is there? 7.29 liters. 72.9% into 10 liters of the mixture is equal to 7.29 liter of orange juice is what is left after 3 operations. So now, interestingly, this formula can be used even if the volume of the liquid being replaced is different in various iterations. So here, what was happening, that initial quantity was 10 liter, then we took out 1 liter and replaced it with 1 liter. Let's say in second operation, we take out 2 liter of the mixture and replace it with 2 liter again, 2 liter of water, right? So whatever you are taking out, you have to replace the same quantity so that total quantity remains same. But in various operations, you can change the quantities. So in first operation, you took out 1 liter and replaced it with 1 liter of water. In second operation, you can take out 2 liter of the mixture and replace it with 2 liter of water. In third operation, you can even you can take out 5 liter of the mixture and replace it with 5 liter of water. So you can change the replacement quantity, you can change the quantity which you are taking out in every operation, but whatever you are taking out, you have to just replace it. That's all you have to ensure. In that case also, you can use this formula. How it would be used? Then instead of raised to power n, what you will do, 1 minus y1 by x1, the y1 by x, the quantity which you took out in the first operation and replaced it, into 1 minus y2 by x. Y2 is the quantity which you replaced, which you took out and replaced in the second operation, into 1 minus y3 by x. So while x remains same, because ultimately the total quantity of the mixture remains same, but every time the value of y changes. So you just keep multiplying it and you get the answer. So this formula still remains same. So regarding this question, our answer is B, 7.29 liters. So guys, this is it for mixtures and allegations, basic concepts. We will take up some tougher questions in the practice question bank video series, which we are running separately regularly on this channel. So if you like this video, you please subscribe this channel, share it with your friends, like it, comment on it. If you have any issues, any questions, if you have any query on any of the topics discussed here, comment, place your comments in the comment section, and press the bell button so that you can be notified as and when new videos are posted here. Thank you and happy learning.